Dan Brook Show. This is the Dan Brook Day Life Jesus. Day Life Jesus, bro. Call me the Messiah. They call me the Messiah. Welcome to the program, my fine fellow people. I was going to do a Feel Sorry for Myself live, but, I don't think I even need to talk about it, bro, because what if I just, I don't know. It just seems redundant. It seems redundant to do that. It's also something I've done before, and some things are worth repeating. Some things are worth letting die. So I'm letting that die. I'm doing the die on that, all right? And then I got, bro, what's the point, man? What's the point of doing it again? And it's been a very exhausting fucking 72 hours. What? Let's just be honest, bro. It's been an exhausting 6 months. It's been exhausting 8 months. It's been exhausting since May? Not really. May, June, bro, not that exhausting. July till now. I feel like I've just been on like a one giant bender where I'm always about to I'm always about to you know fall off the I don't even know what the metaphors would be for all of this, bro. But there's been some good stuff in there, found love in a hopeless place. Went live a lot. I told my story. I completed a campaign. I, progressed some relationships forward. Some changed in ways that I wasn't expecting. Or not that I wasn't expecting, to be honest. Just they changed. Fucking. I started fucking. What did I do? Bro, I did no FAP for like a month. I did like no porn for like 3 months. A lot of big stuff for me. I did some crazy shit. For me, that's a big deal. For a compulsive fucking addict, it's a big deal, bro. I was looking at a picture of me from like 3 years ago or two and a half. I looked rough. I looked really rough. Um, I looked really rough before this shit. Bro, I looked rough a year ago with my little tiny little beard and little beaver face. I was kind of like on my way to looking like this, bro. This is like I don't know. I don't know what Beatles stage I'm at, bro. I guess I'm like George Harrison goes to India stage, but it's not like I'm like after. I'm like if John Lennon stayed alive and he like lost everything in 1982 and then just like was homeless for 3 years and then came out and was like, okay, I'm getting the true enlightenment. Bro, stability, man. Stability has been a really interesting thing for me. Kind of kill it. It's a little bit of a killer, bro. It's a little killer for me. I gotta say, man, when I sure now I'm like unsure about all these relationships with like, housing and all of this stuff. I like don't know what it was, but then I think back on like where I was before this, bro. I barely could even like pay I had money in the bank every month. I was not short on money. I still like wouldn't pay my rent till like the 8th of the month. I was such a mess, bro. I wouldn't do my laundry. I would do laundry like 4 times a year. I didn't cook. I wouldn't do dishes, so I just order food out or go to the same restaurant every day. Spend most of my paycheck on food and drugs. I just got fat and I started taking Xanax and I was letting my hair grow long and my hair was gross and I didn't wash my hair. I don't. Washing your hair is one thing. Like, I didn't even condition my hair. I didn't take care of myself. I was a mess. At one point, I started wearing makeup because I was like, oh, maybe I'm a trans woman. Maybe that's why I'm so fucking miserable, is because I'm actually not supposed to be in this body. Don't actually think that was real, because then, now when I think about it, all of, whatever people cite their dysphoria or whatever being like the cause of, um, they cite their dysphoria as being the thing, the whatever. As a kid, they're like, I don't feel like I want to be a woman or a man anymore. I'm talking about trans women, I guess. I felt like I was a woman born into a man's body. Um, I didn't really feel like that, but even as a kid, I think I tricked myself, okay? Because later in life, I started getting into just like the hypnosis, started getting into sissy hypno as well. That was like telling me that, I should be a fucking woman. I need to feminize myself. I need to start taking estrogen. I need to do the thing. And it was so fucking like, my brain just was like, it was like totally turned the fuck on by that. Still not all the way over it. It's still like a thing. But it was basically just like that fucking program started playing in my head, and it really fucking got me when I was in a place of depression and like wanting everything to stop and wanting responsibility to stop, and also having my primary method in my life to be like give up and like give myself to fucking life and like just straight pull. But what I was saying is, like, I would use the memories that I had as a kid. So they would say like, well, if you're trans or whatever, you probably felt trans as a kid or whatever. You felt like a woman when you weren't a man. And I didn't feel like that, but I definitely felt as a young kid that I wanted to be a woman. But I didn't fully understand why I wanted to be a woman, but it was really just because I knew that women had all the real power. Women had all the power in the world, man. And I wanted that, bro. I wanted that power. Um, I could tell, bro. I could just tell that they ran everything. I could tell in my parents' relationship that my mom was running shit. I could tell that girls were always the ones who got approached by the guys. They had all the power, and I wanted that so badly. I was like, I would fantasize about me being that role because I knew I could just run shit way fucking easier as a woman. I still talk about it sometimes. I was like, I talk to Emily and I'm like, bro, if I was in a fucking, hot white woman's body, bro, I could just destroy everything with my laser beam eyes. And that kind of fantasy just kind of continued, but it never was like really, like, it wasn't so much a sexual thing. As like a teenager, then when I started getting into like, when I started getting into exhibitionism and talking to old men and the attention I got, still I was like, okay, I get a lot more attention if I was a woman. Same thing, just power, attention, influence, blah blah blah. I was like, that is what I want. And what women don't get as good of jobs or as paid as much, or there's a bunch of shit, but I was unconvinced of any of that shit because I was like, I can see clearly they are actually the ones in charge, and I just know that as a man I'm just going to be walked all over and fucking made a cuck. And that is how every relationship I had was, even though probably more from the if you look at it from the perspective of like society and fucking liberalism and the societal norms and shit, would have probably said that I was the one in charge. But was I, though? Was I really in charge of whatever was spiritually and emotionally going on? No, I was not. So I always just wanted that, and now I'm starting to feel it again, bro. I'm starting to be like, what fucking because a man has to fucking stand up and make things happen. And I've always been ambitious, bro. I've always had ambition, and it was a lot easier to pursue my satanic ambition, and I was really into satanic ambition, man. Like, I, I didn't come from nothing by any means. I'm Jewish, first of all, which means that you come from the oldest organized religion on the earth, which means that, yeah, it's kind of like there is a form of privilege in that, because you've come from the people who have been doing the fucking what organized monotheistic, whatever, you know what I'm saying, oldest monotheistic religion. It's the oldest cult, so there's like generational shit that was passed down through that I have inherited, so that's a fucking privilege. My dad, my parents, I always like resent them for not being richer, but they had money. I never was a kid who really wanted much. Like, I wanted all the things that were prohibited to me, but it wasn't a money issue. It was a you don't get to have those things issue. Um, whatever. First gen American. Um, that makes you stand out. It must be hard sometimes. I'm like, bro, these fucking there's like a hardness and an easiness to being a fucking generic white person that I'm like, there must be something really easy about it, but it's also like, you're just kind of in that fucking cast. I don't know. Maybe they can do anything, but I mean, could I really not do anything? I mean, sure. I was always like a kid wanting to be an actor. At some point, I realized like I don't really, I don't know what roles I would really work into. I didn't see many people on fucking TV that looked like me or whatever, but all in all, I kind of had everything going for me. And then I entered the music industry, which is a male dominated industry. But it was like the work, yeah, bro. The intellectual zones, men, the intellectual and physical, we have more supremacy, but, or at least we think we do. But I just, I continued to get ran, and I had ambition being like doing that, but then at some point my ambition just turned into like, oh, okay, if I'm going to be successful at business, the more clout I got. I just posted a picture on Twitter. Go look at it. It was me through 2.5 years ago when I was like the most clouded up in my life. So I had the most people kind of on my dick. I had, my favorite artist, who is like this black fucking pansexual trans man dude, like 6'6", was like asking Eve's Tumor. I'll just name drop the fucking dude. Was asking me to do like art for him, and like I was like, oh, he's my hero, and like people, I was getting mad likes and things, and I could have had opportunities, and fucking, I was making songs that like Aphex Twin fucking was like, I was doing all this shit. I was like at the intersection of all the things, and I looked like a fucking junkie because I was a junkie, because I was fucking doing heroin, smoking meth, and I was not doing it cute Hollywood style. I was doing it like sleeping at a piss stained fucking couch floor, like Costa Mesa, which is like Santa Ana, like ghetto of Orange County style, which is like, the Orange County to have a ghetto is a funny thing, but there was an element of like, this is like, there is like a depravity when Orange County, which is like the most vapid, cultureless, destitute, spiritually destitute places, has like the fucking seedy underbelly, which is Santa Ana. So I was like doing it, that was the style that I was like fucking executing in. So I was like doing that. By the way, cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. My sign is charging. I, that's a mistake. Emily, if you're watching this, I know you are, bring me my sign, woman. It's whatever. Okay. Why don't you write the links then? Why don't you write the links then in the thing? Cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. Write the links in. Write the links in. Let's go. Write it in. Okay. So, what was I saying? So I was a junkie, and I was like, the clout and the business clout and all this shit. I was like putting out records by really fucking cool artists and whatever. You know, it was me also coming down from almost having commercial success and being like a commercially successful businessman. But then I would have just turned into Kendall Roy, and instead of fucking meth and heroin, I would have probably just been doing coke and Xanax. So, and honestly, if I had coke and Xanax, is worse. But we don't have to go there. So, but the whole time I was like, bro, it's doing like doing business in the underground is a very female thing because it is just perfecting your pull. It is just perfecting your magnetism and and like yeah. And I was attracted to it because I could do that and say not that much, and people were all like coming towards me and wanting to do the thing because it was me. Just keep posting the links. Just keep them going. Keep the links on rapid fire. So I kind of like, it was kind of my way of doing that fucking, I just had this fucking idea that I was like, all right, if I was a woman, I would have it all together. So when that merged with actually fucking like, oh, I could actually do that, I got really fucking, you know, hashtag confused. Yeah, I didn't really know what to do, and I just kind of like fell into that and got really fucked up. It really messed me up a lot. Put crossed some wires in my brain that were like, oh, you know. And I'm not even gonna talk about the whole thing as a fucking generational whatever. You're not ready for that conversation. You just got to hear it from me, man. You got to hear what my experience was. Is was like there was something to it, but it wasn't that I needed to go and take estrogen and like transition. It was that I had this inkling as a kid that I was like, I just wanted everything to come to me. And bro, who gets more attention than women, and who gets more attention than trans women, even if it's not the best fucking attention ever, you know? What, the murder rate, is that not attention? Getting fucking chopped down in the street, is that not attention? But also, you know, just built-in clout, built-in fucking GoFundMe clout. It's a whole thing. There's privilege on both sides. There's privilege in the under. I don't even know what the words are. Privilege in the marginalized and privileged in the what's the opposite of marginalized? Like entitled? Not even really entitled. Yeah, titled. Not even entitled. Like titled. You have a fucking mark. But whatever. But that's just the two sides of the fucking chart, bro. It's just the two sides of anything. So, I came here. I kind of figured things out more, or I didn't figure. I still struggled with it, but I was like, you know, this thing makes you push even, and I was still pull pushing. I was like, still like, everyone come here and bro, and I was really like, I had like 6 girlfriends at one time at the same time, but like none of them knew about each other, so it wasn't exactly like healed, but things were just, come on, rapid fire. I said rapid fire. Don't, let's keep it going. Keep the links pushing. Cash.me/$watch it all, bit.ly/watch it all. Hit up Emily Schulert, Real Cult Girl on Twitter, Day Life Mary on Instagram, Emily Schuler on Facebook. Hit her up. She's down to get on a call with you, probably, unless you're an asshole. Kind of got, you know, but she'll take one call with you, pretty much guaranteed. One call. Hi. See, bro, and Emily, bro, she's people just calling her all day. So like all the time, I'm like, Emily, if I could just switch with you, and just like take over the world. I don't even know if I would want Emily's body exactly. I would want to switch. I think I would take just being the fucking girl version of me. But so that was my fucking thing, and I came here and I realized, bro, I'm not, you know, I'm a fucking, you know, I'm a 6'2". I got fucking the fucking full beard, like black beard. Like guys I know cannot grow beards like this. I'm like, I got fucking testosterone. I'm like a big fucking guy with a deep fucking voice. I'm not saying that's what all gender is, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick. So I grew a fucking beard, and who knows, man? Maybe my beard is just my beard. You know, that's actually what they call a beard. Like when you're gay and you have a fucking your wife is your beard to like keep people from knowing you're gay, but whatever. Queasist, queer Jesus, I hate fucking. And now I don't know. I just feel a little bit like I'm being pulled back, bro. I'm being pulled back. I don't, and I feel defeated. I feel beaten down by uh trying to fucking make it with dealing with the devil's lettuce, trying to make it in this fucking world, try to like remember how to do all the things and do them all the right way, and it's just too much, man. I'm so over it. And I'm not. I'd said I wasn't gonna have a feel sorry for myself live. I'm just trying to get to the root of where it even is, bro. Because I knew as a kid that all of these problems would just be solved if I was a fucking woman, because then everything would just happen to me instead of fucking happening by me or whatever. And I wanted that, but here we are. And what? Am I complaining to be a guy? That's what maybe it's like I'm in the fucking and it's the broad market rise and the thought market collapse. So like I definitely my genes pick the right side of history to be on. You know, imagine changing now. It's like trying to get into uh I was gonna say trying to get into Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's probably gonna get up. It's like buying Apple stock now, and it's like sure, Apple may still go up, but it's like instead of buying it in 1999, like what? Being a woman now, bro? Ugh, it's over for you bitches. And part of me is still like maybe it's not over. Maybe there's still something out there, and but that's the same kind of brainwashing that makes you like, oh, maybe the pain maker still has something for me. But I don't know. I don't know what the medium. I don't know what medium life would look like. I don't know. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of my commitments. This is usually when I cut and run. I'm very good at cutting and running. I actually cut and run, and I usually land on my feet pretty fucking good. I usually glow up from cutting and running. I mean, there have been times where it was a glow down that led me to a glow up, but it's, bro, running away. No one runs away better than I do. So I'm like, okay, now instincts are fully on. Like the thing is on. It's feeling like the last time I ran away. It's feeling like the moments before the last time I cut and run. So am I gonna do it? Like, or is that just my satanic programming? Is that the same thing that makes me a fucking sissy hypno fucking just melt my brain on fucking crazy hypnosis and like fucking poppers and drugs and fucking that led me to smoking heroin and meth off tinfoil? Like, is that the path? Is that what I'm supposed to do now? Why is part of me telling me it's what I'm supposed to do? But I don't believe. You have to learn like when to believe your intuition and when your intuition is just the devil, because the devil loves to hide and pretend it's something else. The devil loves to pretend it's my intuition. It probably loves to pretend it's your intuition too. So, yeah. Devil, intuition, womanhood, cash.me/$, wash it all, bit.ly/wash it all. And I'm just like back at this, like, ugh, do I have to like be bait? Do I have to be bait? Am I just bait? But it's like, it's such a sad version of bait. But it's like, part of me is like, oh, so excited about being bait. Bro, I was bait. I'm just fucking, and my fucking, I'm like, am I just a fucking dancing boy? Like, is that just what my fucking what my programming is, and like if I wasn't doing this, I'd just be a dancing boy. But and then sometimes I'm like, I could do the thing, I could do whatever I want. Those are great moments. Sometimes you get a clarity through but I've been manic the last few days, bro. It hasn't got me shit. It's made my life worse. And someone who's like stuck in depression, you think mania is gonna solve all your problems, but it doesn't. My life's been worse because I go crazy. I like broke through the other side, and I'm also like I don't know. I'm just like I just feel regressive today, bro. And you know, I go live and I talk to you about it, and I'm saying this is a pretty fluid live. I feel like I'm saying all the things I'm supposed to say, and it's whatever bullshit catharsis or whatever. Or maybe it's a beautiful catharsis. Maybe it's not even catharsis. Maybe it's just energy. Maybe it's just blah 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 blah. Where I don't feel like I'm forcing it. And bro, I could. You think I could go live like this 3 years ago? Fuck no. Couldn't even fucking take a selfie, bro. I had to put makeup on my face to take a selfie, and then I would go into a beauty app. Bro, some of the early pictures of me here, I have beauty app on. I'm a fag, bro. I suck. I'm doing all sorts of really insane shit with my life. I don't do that anymore. I rock it, and I think when I forwent it, then I stopped having fucking insane acne, and then I started being kind of beautiful again, and that's where I am now. I'm beautiful again, but inside, bro, inside, I'm just struggling. I'm struggling, and what, bro? Trying to return to some charity victimhood mode. Why? It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, bro. So I'm just fucking. Here I am, bro. Selling myself down the river. So I feel like I'm just selling myself down the river. But, so, it's cut and run season, bro. Is it cut and run season, or is it stick to the thing and glow up and be the best person I possibly could be? Is that thing on the other side? Don't know. Don't know. I mean, it's so frustrating to have any sort of uncertainty at this point, because then you just feel like you're fucking sick to your head. And you're like, am I just gaslighting myself? Possibly. On the other note, cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. If you want to get inside my brain, bro, if you want to hear and feel what I'm saying, talked to a friend the other day, and I like left her hanging so fucking hard because I was like, at the end of the phone call, I started to get into like, you're kind of manipulative, and you like black out, and you actually say all of these things that are, I like you for it because they're brutally honest, and no one really does that, but you're so unconscious about it. And then my phone died. I didn't even fucking power hang up, which would have been the move. I'd just be like, gotta go, blah, blah, blah. But it left her hanging so hard, and now she's like, I gotta know that information. There's a little push and a little pull in there. But anyway, Day Life Jesus, Edan Brook Show. The Greediest Jew. I'm greedy, bro. Time flew on this live. You're gonna love the replays. Wash it all, cash.me/$, wash it all, bit.ly/wash it all. Later.